There's one thing you should always have present on your table. Have you ever considered just how much vital force is concentrated within your kitchen table? It's far more than just a surface for meals. It acts as a potent hub for connection, harmony, and flourishing. Numerous ancient cultures have long regarded the kitchen table as the very epicenter of the home, and understanding why is quite simple. In essence, this table symbolizes sustenance, both for the body and the spirit, gathering individuals to partake in meals, conversations, and moments of shared happiness. The kitchen table serves as a focal point where energies converge, and these energies can either enrich your home or create disturbances. When treated with respect, kept clean, and thoughtfully cared for, it transforms into a wellspring of positive vibrations. However, if neglected or allowed to become cluttered, the energy can become stagnant, potentially leading to discord. This is precisely why so many traditions emphasize the profound importance of the kitchen table, not merely as a piece of furniture, but as a living, breathing aspect of your home that profoundly influences the well-being of your family. When we think about the kitchen table, we often simply see it as a place to eat, a mere surface where we gather to nourish ourselves physically. Yet, in reality, it's immeasurably more significant than that. For generations, the kitchen table has been a cornerstone of family life, a space where the very essence of the family comes together. It is the heart of the dwelling, a location where bonds are strengthened, emotions are shared openly, and love finds its expression. In Buddhist philosophy, we are reminded of the interconnected nature of all things in life, and this interconnectedness deeply applies to the relationships cultivated around the table. It's within these seemingly ordinary moments, sharing meals, engaging in conversation, laughing together, that we uncover the genuine essence of family. Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. Within Buddhism, there exists a profound concept known as interdependent origination, or Paiccasamupta, which elucidates that all phenomena arise in reliance upon specific conditions. This implies that every element in our surroundings, including the very table where we sit, has an impact on us and is, in turn, affected by us. Thus, the kitchen table is not merely a physical object, it functions as a spiritual anchor for the energy within your home. The relationships and interactions that unfold around it are not isolated events, separate from the broader world. Instead, they radiate outwards, influencing the overall harmony and equilibrium within the household. Consider the simple example of breakfast, where the family convenes to commence their day. As the sun ascends, so too does a sense of warmth permeate the home, symbolized by this gathering around the table. This ritual, though seemingly commonplace, carries a deeper, more resonant significance. It establishes the prevailing tone for the day, for the relationships within the family, and for the energy that will circulate in and out of the home. Buddhist teachings underscore the crucial role of mindfulness in every action, irrespective of its apparent insignificance. Eating breakfast presents an opportunity to articulate gratitude for the nourishment and for the companionship, to cultivate awareness in the present moment. In times past, the hearth, the central fire, served as the beating heart of the home. Families would congregate around it for warmth, sustenance, and connection. As technology progressed and stoves replaced open flames, this concept of a central gathering space did not vanish. Instead, the kitchen table emerged as the modern-day altar. Just as offerings were once made to the fire, we now present food, respect, and affection to the kitchen table. In Buddhist philosophy, everything in the tangible world is understood to be impermanent, in a perpetual state of flux and evolution. Yet, the very act of uniting around a table establishes a point of stability within a world characterized by constant change. The energy that flows through the table can be either enriching or depleting, contingent on how it is cared for. A table that is cluttered, neglected, or treated disrespectfully can engender a sense of disharmony within the home. Conversely, when maintained in a clean and uncluttered state, the kitchen table becomes a source of warmth, unity, and positive energy. Buddhist teachings emphasize the profound power of intention. When we gather at the table with the intention of sharing nourishment, whether physical or emotional, we are reinforcing the very fabric of family bonds. In numerous Buddhist practices, rituals are employed to dispel negative energy and invite positive forces. Similarly, the act of maintaining the kitchen table with care can be perceived as a ritual of mindfulness, a pathway to invite prosperity, peace, and abundance into the home, thereby transforming your kitchen table into a beacon of positivity. Transforming your kitchen table into a beacon of positivity doesn't necessitate drastic alterations, it centers around being deliberate in how you treat the space. As the Buddha taught, every action, irrespective of its apparent smallness, carries significance. Consequently, caring for your kitchen table is an act of love and respect for the very energy of your home. Begin with the foundational elements, cleanliness and order. In numerous ancient cultures, cleanliness was regarded as an outward manifestation of inner harmony. When the kitchen table is cluttered, it disrupts the flow of energy, mirroring how a cluttered mind can impede clarity and peace. In Buddhist practice, the act of clearing the mind through meditation leads to lucidity. Similarly, clearing the table of unnecessary items allows positive energy to circulate freely, inviting abundance and tranquility into your life. Buddhism teaches us that we are integral parts of nature, and nature possesses a way of grounding us. Wooden tables, for instance, have been esteemed for their inherent connection to the earth. Wood is robust, natural, and enduring, qualities that resonate with the stability and longevity we seek in our relationships. Much like a tree develops deep roots to stand tall, a well-crafted wooden table can symbolize the strength of your family's bonds. Even if you are drawn to a contemporary aesthetic, you can still incorporate natural elements, such as a wooden runner or subtle wooden decor, to imbue grounding qualities into the table. In the realm of feng shui, the positioning of furniture is paramount for the harmonious circulation of energy. Similarly, Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of space and clarity. The table should ideally not be placed in a location where energy is obstructed or disrupted. Avoid positioning it directly in line with the front door, as this can cause energy to rush in or out too rapidly, potentially leaving the household feeling unsettled. Instead, situate the table where it finds balance with the rest of the room, enabling those gathered around it to feel at ease and supported. Light also assumes a crucial role in cultivating an inviting atmosphere. In Buddhist teachings, light symbolizes wisdom, clarity, and enlightenment. Gentle, warm lighting surrounding the table can foster an environment conducive to communication and connection. Conversely, harsh or dim lighting can hinder conversation and induce discomfort. Just as Buddhist teachings illuminate the path to inner peace, appropriate lighting illuminates the path to meaningful interactions at the table. The kitchen table, often overlooked amidst the daily hustle and bustle, harbors remarkable potential as a focal point for nourishing both body and soul. In numerous ways, the items we place upon the table can carry profound spiritual significance, transforming it into a source of positivity, prosperity, and connection. In Buddhism, we are taught that everything around us carries energy, and the items we choose to place in our space can either elevate or diminish that energy. Each object possesses the inherent power to create harmony or disrupt it, depending on our interaction with it. Envision for a moment a simple loaf of bread placed upon your kitchen table, draped with a clean cloth. This humble item transcends mere sustenance, it serves as a symbol of abundance, prosperity, and the nourishing energy of the earth. The Buddha's teachings frequently emphasize the importance of simplicity and the recognition that even the most rudimentary aspects of life, when approached with gratitude, can offer profound meaning. Bread, a staple across many cultures, represents not only physical nourishment but also the spiritual sustenance that life provides. When we demonstrate reverence for the simple blessings that surround us, we tap into a core principle in Buddhism, dana, or generosity. The sharing of food and resources is perceived as an act of compassion that cultivates connection and unity. When we place bread on the table, we are reminded of the interconnectedness of all beings, as food sustains not just our own lives, but the lives of others. As you gather around the table with your cherished ones, the loaf of bread becomes a tangible reminder of the generosity and abundance that flows through your life. Incorporating seasonal fruits like apples, oranges, or pears onto the table is yet another potent way to invite positive energy. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of impermanence, anicca, teaches us that everything in life is in a state of constant change. The shifting seasons bring forth new fruits, new opportunities, and new beginnings. fresh fruits symbolize not only well-being, but also the natural rhythms of life. As we partake of them, we are reminded that life is perpetually unfolding and that growth and renewal are inherent parts of this journey. Consider the apple, for instance. In numerous cultures, it has been regarded as a symbol of knowledge and wisdom, qualities that are integral to Buddhist teachings. When you place an apple on the table, you are inviting the energy of wisdom, health, and vitality into your home. The vibrant colors and fresh aromas of seasonal fruit infuse a sense of joy and renewal, cultivating an environment that is both nourishing and uplifting. But transcending their beauty and symbolism, fresh fruits offer something more profound. They encourage mindful eating. By having fresh produce readily available on the table, you are more inclined to focus on the nourishment you are receiving, practicing mindfulness with each bite. This simple act aligns with the Buddhist practice of sati, mindfulness. Just as we mindfully savor the fruits of the earth, we can practice being present in every moment of our day, nurturing both body and mind. Fresh flowers infuse a space with a special kind of energy. In Buddhism, flowers often symbolize the impermanence of life, as they blossom and fade in such a brief span of time. The fleeting nature of flowers serves as a reminder to appreciate the beauty and blessings of the present moment. As the Buddha wisely stated, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Flowers act as a daily reminder of this teaching, helping us remain grounded in the here and now. When you place fresh flowers on the kitchen table, you are inviting beauty, joy, and positive vibrations into your home. But like all things in life, flowers require care and attention to flourish. When they begin to wilt, they no longer contribute to the positive energy of the space. In much the same way, when we neglect our spiritual practice or our relationships, the energy stagnates and vibrancy diminishes. Fresh flowers remind us to nurture the good aspects of our lives so they can continue to blossom. Wooden centerpieces, small potted plants, or even a simple piece of driftwood can introduce the grounding energy of nature into your home, fostering a peaceful and stable atmosphere. In Buddhism, there exists a deep respect for nature as a teacher, demonstrating to us how to be grounded and centered. The natural world offers profound wisdom as it flows with the rhythms of life, without resistance, without judgment. When you place a wooden item or a plant on your kitchen table, it serves as a reminder of the simplicity and wisdom found in nature. Wood, as a material, carries the energy of the earth. It is stable, enduring, and deeply rooted. When utilized in home decor, it possesses the power to ground the energy of the space, mirroring the Buddha's teachings on grounding oneself in the present moment. When you sit at the table surrounded by natural elements, you are invited to take a deep breath and center yourself, much like you would during meditation. Plants, too, offer grounding energy. The act of nurturing a plant, watering it, observing its growth, and witnessing its inherent beauty, can be a meditative practice in itself. It aligns with the Buddhist principle of care, the mindfulness we bring to our actions. Plants on your kitchen table serve as a reminder that just as a plant needs attention to grow, so too do our relationships and personal growth require care and cultivation. Beyond the tangible items placed on the table, there are also spiritual rituals that can help deepen your connection to this sacred space. These rituals are not about striving for perfection, they are about intention and presence. One simple yet profound ritual is a morning gratitude practice. Before placing breakfast on the table, pause for a moment and gently place your hands on its surface. This is a moment to express gratitude for the food, for the shared space, and for the opportunity to connect with your loved ones. This practice of mindfulness mirrors the Buddhist concept of metta, loving kindness. By offering gratitude, we cultivate a heart filled with love and appreciation, not only for the things around us, but for the people with whom we share our lives. Another beneficial ritual is weekly cleansing. This could involve wiping the table with water infused with salt, lavender, or other herbs. Salt is often perceived as a purifier in various traditions, believed to absorb negative energy and invite clarity. Similarly, the scent of herbs like lavender can uplift the energy of the space, filling it with calm and peace. In Buddhism, purification rituals are common, ranging from the cleansing of the body in ritual baths to the purification of the mind through meditation. Just as we purify ourselves, we can purify our living space to invite fresh energy. To enhance family communication, consider introducing a box of conversation starters at the center of the table. These could contain questions such as, "What are you grateful for today?" or "What made you smile this week?" These questions encourage meaningful conversations and allow everyone at the table to share and connect on a deeper level. In Buddhist teachings, right speech is a key element of the Eightfold Path, emphasizing the importance of speech that is truthful, kind, and purposeful. By fostering mindful conversations, you are nurturing deeper bonds within the family. The seasons provide an ever-changing backdrop for life, and decorating the table to reflect these cycles can help maintain vibrant and fresh energy. Just as the Buddha taught about the impermanence of all things, seasonal changes remind us that life is always progressing, and we must embrace these transitions. A simple autumn runner adorned with leaves, spring flowers, or even winter pine boughs can transform the table, aligning it with the rhythms of the natural world. Seasonal decorations also serve as a way to practice impermanence in a positive light. They remind us to appreciate each moment for its intrinsic value and to not cling too tightly to the past. Every season, like every moment, holds its own unique beauty and significance. By incorporating these changes into your table decor, you can introduce a continuous sense of renewal and vitality into the home. Despite our most sincere efforts to cultivate a space of peace and positivity, the kitchen table, like any other aspect of life, is susceptible to distractions and imbalances. Often, we unintentionally fall into habits that disrupt the positive energy we strive to nurture. One of the most prevalent pitfalls is utilizing the kitchen table as a workspace. Whether for emails, bills, or paperwork, transforming the table into a desk can inadvertently blend the energy of work-related stress with the nourishing, relaxing energy that should accompany meals. The Buddha's teachings on right effort remind us to direct our energy in ways that promote harmony and balance. By designating separate spaces for work and meals, we can safeguard the sacredness of the kitchen table as a space for connection, nourishment, and renewal. In the Buddhist philosophy of mindfulness, the environment we create shapes the energy that surrounds us. When the kitchen table is cluttered with work, it becomes a symbol of disorganization and stress rather than tranquility and togetherness. To overcome this, establish clear boundaries. Make it a consistent practice to clear the table before meals, symbolizing a fresh beginning. Just as we practice releasing mental clutter through meditation, we can apply the same principle to our physical space. A clear, clean table helps maintain a harmonious environment where both physical and emotional nourishment can flow freely. Another common pitfall is a damaged or unstable table. The table, as many ancient teachings suggest, is not merely a functional piece of furniture, it's a symbol of the family unit. In Buddhism, the concept of Sangha, community or family, is a fundamental element of practice. If the family's foundation is weakened, the harmony of the household can falter. A wobbly table can be perceived as a reflection of unstable family bonds. Whether it's a loose screw or a leg in need of repair, an unstable table can symbolize a lack of stability in the home. Take a moment to reflect on the table as more than just furniture. Consider it a representation of the strength and support your family provides to one another. Regularly inspect the table for any signs of wear and tear. Repairing it as needed is not simply about fixing a physical object, but about reinforcing the strength of the family itself. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that even small acts like maintaining stability in the home contribute to the greater good. Just as we care for our bodies and minds, we must also tend to the space where we gather, ensuring that it reflects the harmony and unity we desire. Another issue that many of us encounter is leaving dirty dishes on the table overnight. This seemingly minor act can have a significant impact on the energy within the home. The Buddha often spoke of how attachment and clutter weigh down the mind, and the same principle applies to our physical environment. Dirty dishes left on the table overnight invite stagnant energy into the space, hindering the flow of positive vibrations. In Buddhism, we practice the concept of letting go, releasing attachment to things that no longer serve us. Similarly, cleaning the table after each meal becomes a practice of letting go of the remnants of the day. By clearing the table and washing the dishes, we are also clearing the mental and emotional residue that may linger from the meal or the day's stresses. This act of cleaning is more than a mere physical task, it is a ritual of renewal, helping to create a space that feels light and welcoming for the next meal or gathering. By making it a habit to clear the table soon after eating, you ensure that the energy remains fresh and inviting. This practice of letting go and tidying up echoes the Buddhist teaching of sila, ethical conduct, which encourages us to act with mindfulness in our daily lives, creating a space of peace for ourselves and others. In our aspiration to create a beautiful space, it's easy to become overly focused on the aesthetics of the kitchen table, neglecting its deeper spiritual purpose. While a well-decorated table can certainly enhance the environment, it's vital to remember that the true purpose of the table is to nurture connection, nourishment, and gratitude. The Buddha often spoke about the perils of attachment to material possessions, reminding us that outward beauty is transient while inner peace and contentment are enduring. By focusing excessively on creating the perfect table setting, we might lose sight of the table's genuine role as a space for mindful connection. Incorporate small mindful moments into your gatherings. Before each meal, take a brief pause and offer gratitude for the food, the people around you, and the space itself. This simple practice of mindfulness can transform the table from just another piece of furniture into a sacred space of abundance and joy. As the Buddha wisely stated, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Gratitude deepens the spiritual significance of the table, making it a place where love, respect, and connection flourish. The kitchen table frequently serves as the centerpiece of social gatherings, and it holds a unique energy when guests are present. The energy you cultivate around the table can establish the tone for the entire gathering, promoting relaxation, meaningful conversations, and a sense of connection. Just as Buddhist teachings emphasize hospitality and the importance of treating others with kindness, we can approach our kitchen table with the same spirit of generosity and mindfulness. Create a warm, inviting ambience by employing soft, comfortable textiles. A tablecloth or runner in colors that evoke warmth, such as earth tones or pastels, can cultivate a sense of calm and relaxation. Avoid placing large, obstructive centerpieces that impede eye contact, as these can create a sense of separation rather than connection. Small touches, such as a simple vase of flowers or a few candles, can transform the atmosphere, making it feel more intimate and welcoming. When hosting a communal meal, encourage guests to participate by placing their dishes on the table as an act of shared abundance. This act not only fosters a sense of community, but also reinforces the concept of dana, generosity, in Buddhist philosophy. Each dish placed on the table is an offering, a way to contribute to the collective joy of the gathering. Soft background music can also enhance the atmosphere, promoting relaxation and encouraging open, heartfelt conversations. In Buddhism, we are taught that speech is powerful, it possesses the capacity to either heal or harm. By creating a peaceful environment that fosters meaningful dialogue, you are cultivating an atmosphere where words can be employed to build bridges, not walls. The kitchen table is profoundly more than just a place to eat, it is the very center of your home where nourishment, connection, and energy converge. By respecting and caring for your table, you unlock the door to prosperity, warmth, and harmony within your household. Whether you adhere to ancient traditions or develop your own practices, treating the table with reverence can have a profound impact on your family's well-being. Every meal shared, every conversation, and every moment of connection at the table holds the potential to nurture deeper bonds and invite abundance into your life. By infusing the table with positive energy and mindfulness, you transform an everyday object into a spiritual and emotional anchor for your home.